It's a busy week of holiday tournaments in Minnesota, and tonight on CCX, the opening day of the Armstrong Cooper Holiday Girls Hockey Classic from New Hope Ice Arena, featuring Osseo-Park Center and Bloomington Jefferson. From New Hope, John Jacobson along with Dan Ficken. Jay Wilcox will be alongside us as well tonight. And Dan, this tournament started back in 1996, and the exception of 2020 when there were no holiday tournaments. Great to be back again for a 25th year.
Absolutely. This tournament's been a lot of fun over the years. We've seen some really good hockey. It's a nice alternative tournament, too, for teams. They can get out and play different teams from over the state. We got Fergus Falls here. We got Two Rivers, North Shore, a whole bunch of different teams. So it gives the Metro and the outside teams a chance to look at each other and play each other.
Our opening game featuring two teams with very similar records. Bloomington Jefferson coming in 8-4 on the season. Osseo-Park Center at 7-4 and 7-4, Dan. And I think both coaches are happy with the way their teams have started. Mark Johnson for Jefferson and Jeremy Lewis for OPC.
Yeah, Jefferson started with a 5-game win streak. OPC's got a 4-game winning streak coming in here. But they're rebuilding. They've been down for a while. We were talking 20 years ago, these two teams playing each other would have been two top 5 teams in the state. Yeah, but it's good to see them rebuilding and then their powers. And both coaches are young, enthusiastic. They're getting kids to play. Young teams, too, which is kind of fun to watch, too, as they get bigger and better.
Let's look at our key players, starting with the Jaguars. Grace Schuck has already had an outstanding season in double figures in both goals and assists in 12 games.
Ooh, this lady can skate. She's small, but she is fast. She's got great hands. She can shoot. She's got 4 power play goals. I mean, she can really get it done. She'll be fun to watch as part of their first line.
And for OPC, a veteran to this program, Presley Kramer, a really good scorer for them. Their top scorer so far.
Yeah, and what I like, too, is that 6 goals, 10 assists. So she's sharing the puck. And she's got 3 power play goals, too. So, and they're both kind of the straw that stirs the drink, as you know, like to say, they watch them. Kramer is really good as far as hands. Header. She's got a head on her that she could see the ice well, thus the amount of assists she has. So she'll distribute it to her line mates and give them more opportunities. Both teams, 11 and 12 players consecutively on both teams are scoring goals, which is good.
Dan, one of the challenges of playing in holiday tournaments when you have an 8-team tournament like this is you've been on a break, you probably got into practice yesterday, but all of a sudden now you've got 3 games in 3 days. And today maybe not so much a factor, but you get to Friday and then the legs are going to grind on you a little bit, right?
Well, today the lungs and the stomach are going to get to you because you've been Christmas and eating and not really working out. And, you know, this is it's going to be a period before they get their legs underneath them. But it's a good test. Most coaches like it because mid-season, if they get into the sections or the state tournament, this is the kind of format they're going to play, and they want to be ready for it. And it gets them right back into it. There's no more hesitation now. We're in the season again. Let's get after it.
Fun one for us to start here at the AC Holiday Tournament. Bloomington Jefferson and Osseo-Park Center will drop the puck here at New Hope Ice Arena right after this. Cold evening in New Hope as we get started, ready for the start of the 2021 Armstrong Cooper Holiday Classic. Bloomington Jefferson and Osseo-Park Center, our first game here on the North Rink here today. An 8-team tournament. South Rink getting ready to face off in a few minutes in the opening game. Two Rivers against Fergus Falls. And then later tonight here, Armstrong Cooper against North Shore. And the late game on the South Rink, Princeton and Bemidji. Young goalie for Jefferson, Dan Ficken. Sarah Rash, just an 8th grader, will get the start between the pipes tonight. And she's been impressive as a first-year goalie, right? It's an 8th grader.
8th grader. I mean, you look at the numbers, they are impressive. Look at 2 shutouts, folks. 8th graders don't get shutouts in the high school league here. And she's really stepped up. She was nervous. She was concerned and tight, and she's played a few games and loosened up. She's a vet now. We can't look at her as an 8th grader.
Mackenzie White for Osseo-Park Center getting the start for them. She's had good numbers this season. 1.37 goals against average, a save percentage of close to 94% on the season, and 3 shutouts for White on the year.
And this shows the strength of OPC. They're strong from the pipes out. They have like I said, a 1.82 goals against for a game overall. So it'll be some good defense against some very good offense. The Jaguars average 5 goals a game, and first period's critical because the Jaguars come out storming.
Two of the better teams in the tournament meeting here in the quarterfinals. We are underway here in the first period. Jefferson in their classic Columbia blue, royal blue and white jerseys. OPC in the white, orange, black, and green. And they turn the puck over from Jefferson. Chloe Lewis, an early shot on net, and Sarah Rash makes the save. A nice transition there by OPC to turn it and get the face-off back on the Jefferson end of it.
Very quick, tried a 2-on-1 and really put the pressure on Shuck, but she stood up to it, didn't flinch one bit.
Face-off win for OPC, and Rash having to make a save there on the shot from Tessa Strand. And Mark Johnson, first-year head coach at Jefferson, and really great to talk to him before the game, and said these girls have been just soaking up knowledge in their teaching, and it certainly makes it easier as a coach, Dan, when you got kids who are eager to learn and improve as players.
Well, both teams rebuilding, like we were talking 20 years ago, this would be a game of 2 top 5 teams, and they're rebuilding, and it's good to see both programs starting to rebuild and get back into things with winning records and building their programs again.
Face-off win again for Zoe Smith. Backhand shot. And Rash gets their glove on that. And the shot from Maya Anderson. She's just a freshman from Totino Grace High School. Osseo-Park Center also with girls from Totino Grace. The second year that Grace has not had their own program, and then part of the OPC team now. Anderson freeing up the puck, and then takes a little hit there from Stella Barch along the boards. Jefferson moves it to the blue line, trying to get it out of the zone. And now does get it to center, then backhanded right back in by Zoe Smith as OPC goes off for a change. Now Jefferson will skate it up to center. 1-on-1 across the blue line. Grace Shuck, we talked about her in the pregame, and unable to get anything going there, and dump back in. Jefferson will go after and chase it. So OPC with control of the puck. Rink-wide pass, tipped by Grace Stika, but on her side of center ice, and it's icing on the wings. Jeremy Lewis, fifth-year head coach of Osseo-Park Center. Daughter Chloe, one of the captains this year. Yeah, has really done a nice job with this program in the few years he's been here.
They were winning maybe 1, 2, 3 games a year, and he came in and he's revitalized the program. Him and Mike Ock and Brian Grant, the coaching staff, really done a nice job. Look at this, look at this, look at this.
Great breakout pass. Here's Presley Kramer in alone with a shot of a save by Rash. Kramer trying to center the puck. She's being tied up by Leon Lawrence. Lawrence has it knocked off her stick to the boards, and Jefferson able to get it out of the zone.
What a beautiful setup play. There you go, Coach Lewis. He's kind of pulling everything out of the string here for the holiday tournament.
Icos getting it across to Kira Laney up ahead. Here's Kramer on the right wing, shoots it wide of the net. Kept in left side by Zoe Smith. Behind the net, centering pass out in front. The glove saved by Rash. Boy, she has been busy in the first 2.5 minutes of the hockey game.
Look at this outlet pass. It's called flying eagle, basically, is what we call it when we were using it. Flying a wing out, upside wing, and just couldn't get anything underneath it to get it up and over Shuck, but she covered it really well. It was outside the crease and really cut the angle down well. Shot away, and Rash another save, this time off the stick of Smuck. Jefferson skating it out, but losing the puck was Jana Lesh. Puck pops in the air.
And on to the stick of Maya Anderson, who gets tied up. And OPC gets it back. Strand across onto the stick of Paddock. Or excuse me, that was Smuck who got bucked down into the Jefferson zone. Now the Jaguars right around the board by OPC, flying in left side. Grace Armstrong, number 20, back out to the blue line. Smuck with a shot. Rash has got to be on it again. Good first few minutes of the game here for OPC. Shot away from high, and that's too high by Icos. Played behind the net by Jada Johnson around the boards. Is brought back in by Icos behind the net. Icos turning, trying to get the pass off for Cruz. Missed it. Jefferson is trying to get organized down and had struggled a little bit here in the early going. Now they bank it out to center. Intercepted by OPC. Here's Laney coming in into the circle. Lost it off her stick. Gets it back. Going to chase it down again in the corner. Laney, some nice work with the puck to keep it away from the Jaguars. Feeding it back out to Scherner. Behind the net, Chloe Lewis with it. Lewis stops. Take away from her by Stella Barch. Four-player tie-up, and it's picked up by Lewis. She digs it out of there, shot away, and Rash the save.
Wow. 5-zip or 6-zip shots in favor of OPC, and Jaguars have come out here, John. They average almost 2 goals a first period in games, and they are getting dominated right now. I think we're seeing a case of holiday legs like we talked about in the pregame. We also talked to Coach Lewis, and he said, you're only as good as your forecheck. Well, guess what? The OPC Stars are looking pretty good right now in the forecheck. They've really got the Jaguars hemmed in.
But Jefferson had a little bit on that opening shift of the game, but not much since, Dan. And no shots on goal yet, as you mentioned. Back in their zone again as it's picked up by Emily Wozniak. Lost it. Out in front, OPC shot away, and Rash able to make the stop. Right on top of her was Kramer.
Yeah, you look at an 8th grader like that, and she's looking, okay, fine, just really calm and cool. I mean, she's had OPC players all over her over this first period. A nice move here, and I love the backhand. Take the backhand. Good job.
That's Tavery Sherman on that shot. Rash with her 7th save of the opening 5 minutes of play. Poked up the wing and out of the zone. Chased down by Smuck. Alicia Smuck getting it ahead. Touched into the zone by Maggie Albers. Wozniak up the wing. Pushed to the blue line and out of the zone. Out of the stick there of Strand. Cross to Cruz. Into the Jaguar zone. Osseo-Park Center makes a change. Pass a little bit behind Jana Lesh, who's able to catch it. Gets a shot on that at the first save of the game for Mackenzie White.
Well, that takes a worry away from Coach Lewis, because White had not seen any shots at all, and you get a little worried because you can get cold down there and all of a sudden you make a mistake. But the support on the forecheck by the Stars has been tremendous here, and Jefferson's got to start reversing. They're trying to jam it up the same boards consistently, and it's allowing OPC just to stack up against them.
Grace Armstrong won the draw. OPC able to get it out. Now into the Jefferson zone. Armstrong trailing Stika. Controlled at the blue line. Pass comes out high. Nice little step around move by Laney. Pushed wide by the goalie Rash. Around the boards onto the stick of Grace Shuck.
There we go.
And now come the Jaguars. Pass comes ahead. Shuck to Abby Longhenry, who's another big scorer for them, along with Shuck. So far in the early going for Jefferson. Played back to their blue line. They move it ahead and then taken back by OPC. Here comes Laney. Stops, gets the pass off for Lewis. Kramer goes past Lewis around to the near corner. Pinching in from the wing was Lewis. Now here comes Jefferson. 1-on-2 the other way. Catherine Getters and the save by White.
Well, the Stars, John, have come out here. Now they're getting into their cycling again. You saw really good puck movement back and forth. Just short little 5-foot, 6-foot passes back and forth inside the attack zone. And it's really got the Jaguars running here. They're getting occasional flare-ups, and basically they're kind of reverse siding now with an offside wing.
Blue line shot. Another save by White off the shot from Jada Johnson. Puck rings the boards. Picked up by Scherner and kept in by Jefferson. They force a turnover. Shot away, goes wide of White and the OPC net. Stars clear it. No icing here, and Jefferson will skate back for it. Alyssa Ryan on the puck. Pats it up to center, tipped ahead into the OPC zone, where it's taken by Maggie Albers. Nice little touch pass onto the stick of Zoe Smith. She got turned away at the Jefferson blue line, and this will be icing on the Jaguars. Stoppage in play here with 8 minutes and 47 seconds to play in the opening period. No score, OPC and Jefferson. Armstrong Cooper, host of this tournament, and North Shore coming up in the 7:15 game on CCX.
And this wonderful classic rink at New Hope Arena. It's just a joy to do games here.
Opened in 1975, and at that time was home to 3 high school boys teams. There's no girls hockey, of course, for a couple decades after that. But Armstrong, Cooper, and Robbinsdale High School all shared this rink. Puck poked out to center ice. Jefferson will get it there. Long Henry got it into the zone. Long Henry with a shot. Glove saved by Mackenzie White.
I think one thing's getting clear here, that nobody's going to get clean shots or clean goals that aren't going to get saved. They're going to have to get dirty goals. So far, both goalies have given up no rebounds at all, and the defense has done a pretty good job of clearing out any secondary forward in there that could get a rebound. So defensively, both teams are playing pretty good.
After Jefferson, or rather OPC, had the first 7 shots in the game, Jefferson's had the last 4 on net. They clear it back into the OPC zone. It's icing on Jefferson.
We're going to watch Coach Lewis try to match up his second line, a good checking line, against the top line of Jefferson of Long Henry, Barsh, and Chuck. And we'll see how that works out. So far, they've done a good job. Long Henry's been the only one really that's had any effect against OPC.
Jefferson able to clear the puck out of the zone. OPC will get it back ahead into the Jaguar end. Drop pass, shot away, and the save made by Rash off the stick of Strand. Strand getting the stick on it again. Centering pass. Broken up. Strand gets a backhand and couldn't get it on net. Kramer's on the backside. 23. Shot away here. Rash making the save. And stops it here for a whistle.
Well, I think they're wearing off the turkey and the ham and the roast beef and the taters and all that stuff now.
I haven't.
I haven't either. You and I are just sitting here. Maybe we should get down there and play. What do you think?
I don't think that would go well for us.
Yeah, no.
Jaguars trying to clear their zone, and they do get it. Hand pass. Whistle right outside the Jefferson blue line. First of 3 days of this tournament, championship game set for New Year's Eve day at 3:15 p.m. The third place game at 1 o'clock here on the North Rink. Interception, a shot away, and that goes wide on the net. A turnover by OPC almost cost them. Shuck was right there. She gets the puck back, banks it out to center ice, but right onto the stick of Laney. Drop pass, Kramer with a shot that gets deflected. Laney going after it, trying to center it. Taken back by Jefferson. Pass ahead to Long Henry at center. Just sweep it into the OPC zone. Laney after it there. Onto the stick of Scherner. Up to center. On the blue line, broken up. We're going to get a penalty here on takedown. Lewis. She's going to get whistled. She's going to go for 2 minutes here for a trip.
Got that stick in the legs there as it changed direction really quick, and just her legs couldn't catch up. And see right here, all of a sudden you're reaching in. Oh, the other skate got in the way. Well, right now Jefferson's got a 32 percentage on the power play, which is very good. They've scored 8 goals in 25 power plays, so this is one thing OPC didn't want to do.
So first power play for either team here tonight. By the Jaguars with a pocket shot away. White to save the rebound, and unable to control it and get a shot away was Lesh. Now Lesh with the puck again. Feed it back out to the blue line to Brendelin. Right side, and Vika shot away, and the White makes the stop on Lesh.
Right now, John, the penalty kill for OPC, 92%. They have killed off a tremendous amount. Only 3 power play goals against and 36 penalties against. Minutes and penalties against them.
Still minute 27 left in the Jefferson power play. OPC with a face-off win. They clear it down. Rash will stop it there for Johnson. Up ahead to center. Here comes Long Henry. Got tripped by her own player. Gets back up, falls down. Gets back up again, and then picked up by Barch. Played around the boards. Jaguars control again. Circle shot away. White got her arm up on that one to get a piece of it. Feeding it back out to Johnson. Cross right point. And Miller. Drop down low. Shot from the circle gets blocked. Comes back out to Johnson. 30 seconds left in the power play. And now take away by OPC, and they clear it down. Good work by Tessa Strand on the penalty kill as they'll get a change in their penalty killers. One last rush here for Jefferson. Shot away, White to save.
Oh, good look at Grace Shuck there. She has done a great job. 4 power play goals for the Jaguars this year. She really has put it on and gets a good shot. White stood up to everything though, but a nice play here. Get a shot on goal, get a face off in the attack zone. Good job.
Shot goes wide of the net here. Back out left point. And then OPC able to clear it out. And so the Stars have killed off this first penalty. We've got 4 minutes to play here in the opening period. Still no score. Osseo-Park Center and Bloomington Jefferson. Stars with the advantage with shots on goal of 11-8. Who's going to take control? Finally Jefferson in center ice. Lesh had it at the blue line. That's as far as she could advance it. Shot ahead into the Jaguars' end. Floated wide of the Jaguars' net. And then back out they come. Shot away and a good block. Shuck getting it back. She's alone at the side of the net, and then getting back into the play was Eikos, who had blocked her first shot. And briefly, Grace Shuck was alone, and then Eikos got back into the play. Another turnover, shot away from in tight, and White makes the stop. Picked up by Long Henry. On in front. Long Henry with it again, top of the right circle, sweeps the puck back behind the net, trying to get it to Shuck. And it's picked off instead by Laney.
There you go.
Laney getting the pass out. Cruz trying to feed it ahead, now brought in left side. By Cruz, got spun around, lost the puck to Ryan. On to 2.5 minutes to play in the first. Dangerous play right out in front of the net. Jefferson trying to clear but can't.
Smart play by the point there, John. They got it down deep, didn't worry about a shot, just reestablish, make them go 200 feet and let that forecheck take hold, which has been very effective for OPC so far in this game.
Now comes out, race for the puck. It's going to be won by OPC and Zoe Smith. Chased along the wing by Julia Larson, able to give up the pass to Strand. Strand turning away from trouble, then lost the puck, but picked up by Smuck. Cleared to the blue line and now out of the zone.
Both teams using quick changes now, too. They're not staying out on the ice too long. Coaches are just trying to get their legs underneath them, so they're doing short shifts.
Miller passing it ahead to Lesh. One player back, shot from the circle, save made by White.
You know, John, the other issue you got in these holiday tournaments too, especially when you're basically a two-line team rather than a three-line consistent. Obviously, you're worried about the third period, and you need short shifts and stuff to keep the legs fresh so they can get through the entire 51 minutes of the game.
Face-off win for Jefferson. Shuck with a shot. Changed direction on the way to the net, and White able to steer it away. Long Henry behind the net, trying to feed it out to the slot. Missed the stick of Barch, and it's all the way down the ice. Jefferson will come back for it as Miller picks it up.
Barch is in good position there to be that second person in front to make it dirty for the Jaguars.
A minute to go in the period. Swept into the OPC zone. The lib by Laney, shot away, rash the save. Jefferson back, touched by Long Henry into the Stars zone with 43 seconds left. Takeaway by Jefferson. Good work by Barch to get control of the puck, out it to Larson. OPC regains control with under 30 seconds to go. A poke check away off the stick of Maya Anderson, who shot it back behind the Jaguars net. That's intercepted by the Stars along the board and then cleared back out and down into the OPC zone again. Under 10 seconds to play. Centering attempt. And that's broken up and sent back to the corner by Strand. Final seconds of the period, and that will be it for the first period of play. Dan, in a period that the opening minutes dominated by Osseo-Park Center, but certainly by the end, a much more even game.
Well, we had a 7-0 lead in shots. Now it's 12-10 in favor of OPC. So Jefferson came back and started establishing himself, got that first period wriggle up. But I think OPC's, considering 2 goals in the first period by Jaguars as the season went on, held them to a big 0. I think that's big for OPC because they get consistently better as the game goes on. In fact, the second period is usually at best. So we'll see what they do in the second period here, but there's a big reason right there, Ms. White. But the young goaltender from Jefferson really stood out that period. She kept him in the game.
We'll take a quick timeout. Jay Wilcox will hear from the coaches in the intermission, so we'll have that right after this on CCX.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes.
After one period of the opening game in the quarterfinal round tonight between Bloomington, Jefferson, and Osseo-Park Center. And Jefferson coach Mark Johnson joins us now. And a little bit of a slow start in that period for your team, but you came on later. How did you feel overall about that first 17?
I feel good. We're even score right now after getting outplayed in the first period. Pretty fortunate of that. I think we're plugged away a little bit at the end there, but it was a good game, good period.
Always nice when your goaltender is ready for the start because she faced some rubber in the early minutes especially.
She's been very strong all year long, and we're very fortunate. She's on key as always, and pretty fortunate to have her back there.
I think for every team in a holiday tournament, you're never quite sure if the legs are going to be there in that first period, but did you feel like you could see as the period went along that the girls were kind of more in tune with getting back into the hockey mode?
Yeah, it's a tournament, it's the holiday, it's a lot of stuff going on, and you always hope that you can get a quicker start. But yeah, we did pick it up in the latter of that first period, and I was happy with that, and I look forward to the second and moving forward.
Tell me about this season overall for your team. A pretty decent record, but what's your impression of this group as you came into this season and where you're at right now?
It was wide open for his expectations, and we have a lot going on, and I think the girls are really learning. They're eager to learn. They've been playing very hard, and it's exciting to watch them succeed.
Yeah, obviously, Jefferson fans know, and a lot of hockey fans know that there was a loss of a very respected coach in the program. How has that been to deal with for just everybody involved in the program as you try to get through that and the best you can?
It's been very supportive throughout the whole community, and we've been taking it in stride. But the support around the team, the community, people outside the community, it's been very strong, and it really helping the team move along.
Last thing for you, Mark, anything that you want to see change in the second period that you notice from the bench that, okay, if we do this, we should be successful?
I think more, instead of swinging by, we're stick checking, we're skating through our checks, we're skating through pucks. We'll get a little more forecheck going, a little stronger forecheck, and more pucks to the net. So I think that'll find some success for the girls.
Thanks so much for joining us. Enjoy the rest of the tournament here as well.
Thank you very much. Happy New Year.
All right, Mark Johnson, the head coach for the Jefferson Jaguars. His team tied up with Osseo-Park Center 0-0 after one period. We'll have more of our live coverage here of the Armstrong Cooper Holiday Classic coming up next year on CCX.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/therightseat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
John Jacobson, Dan Ficken, Jay Wilcox back in New Hope Ice Arena. No score. Bloomington, Jefferson, and Osseo-Park Center. First day of the AC Holiday Girls Hockey Tournament from New Hope Arena. Let's look at highlights from the first 17 minutes of play in our opening quarterfinal round game today. And a lot of OPC in the early going. And there's a very good scoring chance for Presley Kramer early. And a nice save by the Jefferson goalie is Sarah Rash, who had to be on top of her game early, Dan, as you mentioned. A lot of shots on net going their way. Now, Jefferson did get a power play and put the puck on net on Mackenzie White. White coming up with some stops during that player advantage for Jefferson. I thought it was a good power play for them. They really moved the puck well, got some shots on net. White able to stand it up and make the saves. As you look at the final shots on goal, 13-11 in favor of Osseo-Park Center for the period, and 5-3 scoring chances and just one penalty so far tonight.
Well, it was kind of tilted for quite a while there in the first part of the period, but Jefferson regains. I think that power play helped a lot, John. They got themselves a little opened up. And the other thing, too, they got some people in front of the net, so when White didn't quite make the save, there was a rebound potential. That's got to get shut down by OPC, but that's where the Jaguars are going to get their first goal. But good pace in the first period, too. That went very fast. Only one penalty, not many icings. So that's a good sign because you usually see that in the holiday tournament. But now they got it underneath us. Let's see who we get in the second period.
Second period coming your way next. Take a break and drop the puck for period number 2 right after this. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV. Ready to go for period number 2. Jefferson and Osseo-Park Center from New Hope Ice Arena. Armstrong Cooper Holiday Tournament on CCX. Glad you could join us here on this Wednesday evening for high school hockey. For Coach Lewis, what we heard from Coach Johnson, from Coach Lewis, what would you think his message was in between periods?
Keep the forecheck going. Keep it steady. If it's in their zone, we're not going to get strung. Number 2, get their big forwards out of the crease area, which they started to do in the end of the first period there. Make sure they're cleared and let White see the puck and make one save and not worry about rebounds.
Mackenzie White, 11 saves for her in the first period.
She looks like she's having fun. She's had a lot of smiles out there throughout the first period. So
underway in the second period. Shot in on the right side by Julia Larson. Larson trying to center the puck. Now it comes out in front of the net, but cleared away by OPC's Kiera Laney. But Jefferson able to keep the puck down there. Right back behind the net, trying to get it to Laney. Tie up there, moving back in as Larson. Larson gets checked along the boards and cleared out by Osseo-Park Center. Pass going underneath the stick of Scherner. Picked up back at center by Eikos. Comes Eikos to the blue line. In on the right side, now turns. And to wait for some of her teammates. Brendan able to get it out of the zone for Jefferson. Jaguars have it. It's Becca Brendan, a sophomore, able to shoot it in. She goes off for a change. Osseo-Park Center pass intercepted at the blue line. Taken back by Osseo-Park Center. Cleared and then shot back in by Johnson. Anderson and whistle.
Offside.
Delayed offside. All right.
I don't believe it was a good call. Mashuck had her 1 foot in, 1 foot out, but it was still out. So, but nobody's perfect. But I tell you, Jefferson's coming out with a little jump in their stick on. They also stopping to make sure they attack the puck instead of skating by it, as Coach Johnson referred to there in the interview.
Osseo-Park Center clearing it out to center. It's off the stick of Maggie Albers and shot back in by the Jaguars. Picked up by Strand behind her net for OPC. Clearing it up the boards and able to get it past Barch. Here comes Osseo-Park Center. A shot in, and she was being spun down. Albers missed the net. OPC fans thought there could have been a penalty there. A shot there goes off the skate of Jada Johnson. Back to OPC. Cruz down in the circle, goes down. Jefferson regains control of the puck. Up along the boards. It's Shuck. Up to center. And taken back by Eikos. Eikos steps inside one player. Puck loose at the side.
There we go.
Jam at it and score. Well, Grace Armstrong, I think, that knocked it in.
Well, we talked to Coach Lewis before, and he says he's activating his D. They're stepping up to the plate and rushing the puck. Eikos there, number 5, got it down there and got the initial shot on goal. And then I think the rebound to Grace Stika.
Stika.
Sorry, nice move here. by Eikos. Gets it on net. There's the rebound. And bang, got the 5-hole on it. And we were talking dirty goals. Well, there's a dirty goal for you. Got in front and got it in between the legs. But nice play by Eikos who set that up by the D. If you can get your D activated in part of the deal, it's going to get you a few extra goals. Yeah, the other thing we've seen throughout all these years, John, about getting a bunch of shots on goal, getting an opportunity, not being able to get it in can be just as frustrating to a team. And you start stretching it a little bit and getting tight.
Stiga, their second goal of the season. Comes at 2:35 of the second period as OPC strikes first here in the game. Now Jefferson on a breakout. On OPC back there defensively, not allowing anything to happen. Laney got the puck, popped in the air, came to the side of the net. Shot from the circle, and White has got to turn that away off the stick of Wozniak. It goes up and over the glass and out of play.
Wow, nice save by White there. Just kept her angle good. Was out of the crease a bit and just cut it down and just flips right out. Unfortunately, they could have had an opportunity for a breakout, but OPC's been good on the faceoffs too, John, throughout this whole game. There's another win.
Kramer at center. Turned away by Johnson there. Gets Jefferson moving the other way. Brendelin shooting it down to the OPC zone.
Think the Jaguars caught on to that play there?
Yeah, I think so. Eikos with the pass ahead to Kramer on the right side. Broke it up. And sent out of the zone. Now Jefferson almost a chance. They had a chance there for a 3-on-1, but a good play by Kiera Laney to poke check it away and prevent that from happening. Brendelin lost her stick in the edge of her skates and lost everything. She's all right. Gets back up. Top of the circle, shot away, and the save made by Rash. Loose puck out in front. Another shot. That gets blocked. Off the stick of Smuck, and now here comes Jefferson. Good break up on the play by Laney. There's a chance for OPC is coming in as Anderson. Shot going wide of the net. Puck free to the boards. In the circle, shot away.
Oh.
The save, another shot, and the stop made. A couple of big shots there for OPC, and Strand stopped on the second try by Rash. Saw a lot of shots early in the first period, seeing a lot early here in the second. OPC will go off for a change as Anderson dumps the puck into the Jaguars' end. Jefferson a little bit back on their heels, Dan, since the OPC goal scored by Stika. Pass missing on the right side by Strand, and icing on Osseo-Park Center.
Boy, just 4 inches, and they could have got it over the red line and dumped it in and got away with it. But yeah, a little more jump from the OPC Stars here, getting that goal, and kind of shocked Jefferson a little bit. We'll see if they can rebound.
Barch will take the face-off against Lewis. Won by Lewis and OPC as Eikos has it. It's given up and the shot hits the side of the net. Off the stick of Barch. Rink-wide pass. Tipped ahead by Scherner into the Jefferson zone. Scherner going after it along with Miller there. Scherner back behind the net. Dave Scherner. Puck pops to the side of the net.
There.
Comes back out to the blue line. Eikos trying to step in. She'll turn back away from pressure. Feeds it up to the circle. Shot away and then try and hit Scherner on the backside. With the pass was Kramer. Again, a good pressure on this shift here for OPC. Kramer on the stick of Lewis. Back out high. Laney out to the point. Laney moves in and go for a tip in front. Oh, a shot away and then the clear. I think Long Henry is unable to clear it away again. Good pressure here by Osseo-Park Center. Jefferson's tired and trying to get off the ice, and OPC keeping them down in their zone.
Folks, this is not a power play. This is actually 5-on-5 right now, and OPC's forecheck is just doing the number on him.
Shot away, and that goes wide of Rash. Picked up by Kramer. Into the circle, and then missed on the pass, trying to hit Smock. He's got to go back for it. Jaguars trying to see if they can get some fresh players on the ice and get a couple here. Good takeaway there by Jefferson's Jana Lash. Osseo-Park Center had to reset before shooting it back into the zone. Just over 10 minutes to play here in the second period. 1-0. Osseo-Park Center leading Bloomington Jefferson. Jaguars clear it down, and it's icing here on Jefferson.
Good icing right there. They were getting tired. That was total domination in the attack zone by OPC. So they really came on. That goal really ignited them big time.
I mentioned this is an 8-team tournament. There are games going on the South Rink as well. After one period there in the quarterfinal round matchup between Fergus Falls and Two Rivers, Fergus Falls, the Otters ahead 4-0. OPC controlling play again down in the Jefferson zone off the face-off whistle. Jaguars fire down. Apparently a penalty coming up against OPC.
Looks like Chloe Lewis is going to the box for OPC. That'll be her second. No, 18. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was Chloe Lewis. That's her second penalty of the game, and Emily Wozniak got hurt a little bit. Hope she's okay. We'll see what happened in front here.
Look in the center of your screen. Ran into, I don't know if the referee felt she came up with her elbow a little bit as she came into her, and that's why she got why Lewis was whistled for the penalty. And
it looked like the toe edge of her left skate caught on the ice as she was trying to kick her leg out, and it bent her knee a little awkwardly there. Although it didn't stick, it let go eventually, so it probably just twisted a little bit.
Let's take a look at the play again, Dan. And talked about her skate. Here's Lewis coming in.
Yeah, you can see how her left leg got tucked underneath her butt when the toe of her blade got caught. And probably strained it a little bit.
Yeah, I think that the elbow coming up a little bit at the end, whether or not it should have been a penalty, is what caused the penalty to be called. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. More hockey from New Hope on CCX.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Grace Wozniak being helped to the bench by teammates and one of the assistant coaches for Jefferson, Nikki Nightingale. One more angle at that play, Dan. You go at the skate and you get caught there. And then the penalty call by Lewis. It wasn't immediate, though. It was interesting. You watched the referee. You couldn't see it there. He delayed a moment before he called the penalty. I think that's what Jeremy Lewis's argument was. Like, almost like he waited till the player was injured and then he called the penalty.
Sympathy call, so to speak. But, yeah, that was a cross-check, ladies and gentlemen. She nipped her pretty good there. I would agree with the call. I think the referee's been good, John. They've let him play. And, I mean, there's been some gray areas that they've let go, and I think it's good. But most importantly, you hope Ms. Wozniak is good, and it's just a little bit of a strain, and she can get back on the ice.
So Jefferson moved the puck well in their power play in the first period, although didn't score. Let's see what happens here in their second power play here in the second period, trying to even it up. We're near the midway point of the second at New Hope Ice Arena. Great shot. The pass off. This is Miller, Valerie Miller, down to the right boards. Back out high to Miller, to Long Henry. Trying to chip it out in front. They got deflected, but Shuck able to get back onto the puck to Johnson. Back away. Long Henry will chase it down. Miller back to Shuck. Johnson. And just missed on the tap-in try in the backside by by Abby Long Henry. I'll get that first name right. Barch round to the great Shuck, and then missed on the pass. It gets off the stick of Jada Johnson down the ice. 44 seconds left of the power play for Jefferson. They trail at 1-0. 8.5 minutes to go here in the second period. Skips past everybody and in on net. White decides to cover it.
Good decision by White. They were tired. They've been out there for a while. There haven't been any change so far in the penalty kill, but doing well. The biggest difference so far I'm seeing in the game right now, John, is OPC's D is very disciplined, very mobile, and they can play both defensively and offensively, and that's been the biggest change, I think, between the two teams.
Puck comes to the slot and then cleared away by OPC. Under 20 seconds left now in their second power play of the night. Skating up through center, then losing the puck as she came into the slot was Lesh. Kicked along the end boards by Strand. As OPC is back at full strength. Shuck fires a shot. It's high and over the OPC net. Shuck after it again. Will play it back to the corner and taken by OPC by Strand. Playing it along for Scherner. Off to the circle. Scherner getting it ahead. Kramer broke it up nice. A good play there by Jada Johnson.
Yeah.
Strand after it again for Osseo-Park Center. Stars getting tied up in their own zone. Somebody's glove came off and got flipped out to the blue line. Johnson keeping the puck in for Jefferson. Strand's without a stick or one glove right now. Number 22. Cleared up, and it's out of the zone. Chance for Osseo-Park Center. Here comes Scherner in, a shot away and a goal. Tavery Scherner puts Osseo-Park Center ahead 2-0. That was a nice goal, Dan Ficken.
It was beautiful. Nice work. She stole the puck away, made sure she accelerated through and beat the D, cut into the middle and got in front and put it away for her 7th goal of the year. I love the fact you listed her as a running back. Well, she looked like a running back there, going for it all in a breakaway. But a nice play there, and boy, that's got to suck the life out of you, the Jaggers. I mean, you put in a pretty good power play, got some opportunities, and then bang, as soon as it's over, you give one up.
A 2-0 Osseo-Park Center. They get 2 goals, about 8 minutes apart. Jefferson getting the puck back out into the OPC zone again. Trying to get on the board as he gets out to the left point. Kept in there by Panvika. Now to the opposite corner. Loose at the top of the circle. Taken back by Long Henry. Shot away. Getting a glove on it was a White rebound try, and she's got a piece of that.
Little casual there, little casual.
Swept back into the corner by Lesh. Laney. Getting it ahead to Strand, or to Smith rather. Jefferson turns OPC over, shot away, save made, but not controlled by White. Jefferson still with the puck. Now it's behind the OPC net, and Laney had a stick on it. Gets it ahead, out of the zone. A little bit too far out in front of Anderson and covered up by Rash.
Here, get a good look here. Now, Jefferson has activated their defense, so their defense is not pulling out of the zone. Good shot there on a turnover, and White had trouble with it. But the difference has been the D for the Jaguars at the point are not backing out. They're pinching, and they're forcing clean plays out, and you can't flop it out anymore. You got to make sure you carry it through. Good move by Coach Johnson. I think that's a great move. He didn't even hesitate after that second goal was scored.
Make wide pass onto the stick of Grace Stikas. Got a goal tonight. Following up was Rihanna Cruz, 29. And unable to keep the puck in the zone was Strand. Jefferson able to shoot it down into the OPC end.
Yeah, little plays like that little reverse, as a player is pursuing or OPC is making smart defensive decisions and moving the puck, reversed it back, and they got a clean breakout.
OPC right side down in the Jefferson zone with under 4.5 minutes to play here in the second period. Cleared by the Jaguars out. Armstrong will skate after it. Hits it onto the stick of Strand. Shot from the top of the circle, a little bit too high off the stick of Kramer. Kramer goes after it again. Kramer will get a shot toward the net, but never got through the circle. Kept in by Eikos. Taken back by Jefferson and shot ahead by Johnson down into the OPC end. Laney lost it, as taken there by Schuck, and then back onto the stick of Eikos for OPC. Missed Kramer with the pass. This will be icing on the Stars.
You think they're trying to break Kramer free a little bit? She's been tied up. I think the Jaguars are very aware of Miss Presley Kramer, and they haven't given her much opportunity. But I like the way that Coach Lewis has matched his second line against the top line of the Jaguars, and they stifled them, John. They really haven't had what I would say golden opportunities for a line that's put as many goals in as that line for the Jaguars have. That's 35 goals that they've scored so far this year.
Armstrong Cooper and North Shore still to come tonight on CCX. Hope you'll stay tuned for that one tonight at approximately 7:15 on CCX, as Ryan shot the puck back into the OPC zones onto the stick of Eikos. Pass in the middle of the ice intended for Smith is broken up. Carried back into the Jefferson zone by Albers. We're going to have our first Jefferson penalty of the game here as Kramer is taken down, and we get to see the Stars with the man advantage stand here for the next 2 minutes.
Well, just a good forecheck there, and just got that stick hooked up real good, and as they say, you can't do that, so they'll be tested. Now, this is an area that OPC's had some trouble with. They are only running at about 16% on the power play. And Jefferson's got a good penalty kill, 81%.
That's Lawrence going off for the penalty. Under 3 minutes to go here in the second. Stars trying to see if they can get up 3 goals here before the end of the period. Pass going to the front of that. A lot of traffic there. Lewis, a big drive, and Sarah Rash the save.
Boy, Rash has still got good positioning as a goalie. She was out on top of the crease, cut that angle off in that big shot by Chloe Lewis. But good puck movement for the OPC Stars, and a good opportunity.
Off the face-off, OPC able to keep the puck in the zone. Fed down low, side of the net, and trying to shoot it up high and over the goalie was Kramer. Miller for Jefferson, lost it. And the pass missing Kramer. Kept in though by Strand. Strand will drop it to the corner. It'll ring around the boards. And that'll give Jefferson a chance to get it out. Shuck short-handed. And Kramer gets there just a stride ahead of her. Keep her from getting the puck and a possible breakaway. Smith moving in. Shuck gets the puck away from her from behind. Cleared out to center ice. Nikos under 40 seconds to go in the power play, and icing on the power play. You don't like to see that.
Don't like to see that, but it's been a good power play for OPC. They've done a pretty good job. They've gotten some good shots on goal. They've made Shuck work hard, or Rash work hard, and first opportunity with a 2-goal lead. You don't have to push too hard. You can kind of feel it out a little bit.
Osseo-Park Center a chance for one more rush perhaps, but again they're going to ice the puck. That'll not kill it off.
Good forecheck by the penalty killers for the Jaguars there.
Mark Johnson and Sierra Vadner to his right, and we got the chance to talk with both of their coaches, and he really credits her with a lot of the work that she's doing with the girls too this year.
Got a lot of smarts in that young lady, I'll tell you. I love it.
Osseo-Park Center will get it out to center ice. The penalty time ends to Lawrence. Kramer will dump it back behind the Jaguars net. Nikos goes after it there and gets to it. Nikos in the circle, and then it got past Delaney, and they've got to chase it down. Nikos will go back for it. Puck loose at the circle, cleared out by OPC out to center. Jefferson shooting it back in. And then Brendelin knocking it back into the zone for the Jaguars.
I love these moves and counter moves by the coaches. So Jefferson decided to pinch their D. Okay, fine, I'll take Presley Kramer in the OPC and send her out, so he pulls her D back. But right now Jefferson's responding with a good forechecking run here.
Final seconds of the period, and it will be it for the second period of play.
Really fast second period too. There's been a good pace here. It'll be interesting to see what the third period looks like if legs are going to give out. But so far, John, the difference has been OPC's D. They've been very controlling, very disciplined, not only on the defensive end, but on the attack end too, which is great. And they've come out to a 21-15 lead in shots and won that period. 2 goals to zip.
Excuse me, Dan. They only allowed 4 shots on goal in that second period too.
Glad your math is better than mine. I don't work my head that well, John. It's fun watching the coaching matchups here too. They're really switching some things up here, and they're watching each other and counter moving. It's been kind of great to see that.
2 periods of play in the book. We'll come back. Our second intermission from New Hope Ice Arena on CCX after this.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Welcome back to New Hope Ice Arena on the Armstrong Cooper Girls Hockey Holiday Classic. We're in the second intermission of our first quarterfinal game of the night here on the North Rink, and it's Osseo-Park Center leading Bloomington Jefferson 2-0. Jeremy Lewis, the OPC coach, joins us, and able to break through with a couple of goals in that second period. How did you feel about the way your team played there?
Much better when we play 5-on-5, right? We got to stay in the box there. Power plays, clicks at a pretty high percent. I think we stay out of the box 5-on-5 use our speed, and they can't keep up with us, right? We're playing much better, all right? Played a good first half. The first period, second half was kind of then we kind of, you know what, like told the girls, we got to start winning these blue line battles. We're trying to make too many moves on the blue. Just get it deep, go to work, use our speed and our forecheck.
Around the holiday time, obviously the schedule gets interrupted a lot and everything, but overall, are you happy with the way the girls came to the rink ready to play here today, having had a little bit of a time off and all that kind of thing too?
Yeah, I mean, we've been battling a little sickness here, so we really had about 4 days off before this. We had one practice, and I'm happy the way we typically don't have great first periods, but we like the response. Our girls came those first 7-8 minutes, and we're happy with that. But like I said, we got to stay on the box and play 5-on-5 against them, and we'll be all right.
You did get a chance to see what your power play looked like a little bit there too, and is it nice to be able to test that in a game situation too?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we tried a couple new things in the power play, a little different on a breakout, but it's definitely nice to get on the power play for once. We were on the shorthanded twice in a row, so it's nice to try to capitalize on our opportunities though.
Anything in particular you want to see in this third period from your team?
Third periods, yep. So we're gonna concentrate on F3 being high here. Let's not make too many fancy moves on the blue. Like I said, we need to win the blue line battle here. Our exits and our enders on the blue line, and we should be okay.
Jeremy, thanks so much for joining us. Best of luck here in the third and the rest of the tournament as well.
All right, thanks, Jay.
All right, Jeremy Lewis, the Osseo-Park center coach. His team leading it by a score of 2-0 here over Jefferson after 2 periods here in their quarterfinal round game in the Armstrong Cooper Holiday Classic. We'll take a timeout and come back with another guest here on CCX.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Welcome back here to New Hope Ice Arena for the Armstrong Cooper Holiday Classic Girls Hockey Tournament. 26 years ago this tournament got started. We're in the second intermission of the Osseo-Park Center Jefferson game, and later on this evening we're going to see the host team, Matt Cook and Armstrong Cooper. And Matt, thanks so much for joining us. How much do the girls look forward to this tournament? And it's been a tradition since before they were born, coming to New Hope at this time of year.
It's pretty cool. They get to see the trophies in the locker room in the years past and be around it. A lot of our girls that are on the roster now have never been a part of this because of our COVID last year. We weren't able to host it at all, and we have a lot of girls that have joined the program in the last 2 years. So it's a new experience for some, but kind of going over the tradition with them and how many years we've done it. And they all work different jobs during the course of the tournament, so they all take responsibility in it and own up to it. And we got a great group of parents that help make sure this runs and goes smoothly. So.
Tell us a little bit about the season for your team so far. You've had some success with 4 wins. How are you feeling overall about what you've seen?
They're a fun team. They move the puck well. They generally do their jobs pretty darn well. Defensively, we're pretty strong. We have really low numbers. We have a hard time sometimes pushing the pace we need to for all 3 periods, but they've won a lot of third periods, which is pretty impressive since we're pretty much running 10, 11 kids most varsity games. So it's really pushing them to the max, but they're having fun and they work really hard. So I'm very positive on how they're playing and how their season's going so far.
Yeah, you always try to look at the positive part of it. And we were talking earlier, the one thing you can say is you're going to get a lot of ice time if you're in the lineup, and that's a good thing at least to know that coming in, even though it can tire you out a little bit, right?
Yeah, no doubt. We have girls double shifting at all times. Sometimes we're only running 3D. I mean, it's really a who do we have today scenario. And we've been mostly pretty healthy, but we still always seem to have 1 or 2 kids out with either vacations or injury or just being safe and staying away from the rink for the 5 to 10 days they need to. So, but yeah, there's never been a complaint about not getting enough ice time. That's for sure this year.
One nice thing about holiday tournaments, including this one, is you get a chance to see a little bit of cross-section of teams from around the Twin Cities, but also around the state. And you've got an opponent tonight. They go by the name North Shore, Silver Bay, Two Harbors area. How much fun is it just to get a chance to see somebody different from a different part of Minnesota?
It's pretty neat that, especially last year we come out of conference only where we didn't get to face anybody out of our area. And this year we have Bemidji here, Fergus Falls here, the Two Harbors is here, North Shore is what they go by. St. Paul has a team here. It's fun to be able to see different people around the state and be able to compete like that. So it's a different experience to see kids from areas we normally don't even get to face during the summertime in hockey. So.
I talked to the coaches in this game about how, with a break, sometimes you can get a little rusty, but what do you want to see from your team, to start that first period of your game tonight? What's going to be your indicator to see how ready they are for this first tournament game?
We always try to predicate everything starts on defense. If we're doing our jobs, if we're winning boards battles, if we're always supporting each other and we're efficient on breaking the puck out, and we've gotten to be a pretty clean breakout team, and it leads to a lot of offensive opportunities. So if they're doing their jobs in the defensive end and winning blue lines, we're primed to have a pretty good game. So.
All right, Matt, thanks for joining us. We're eager to see the Wings in action here tonight.
Thanks for being here.
All right, Matt Cook, the head coach of the Armstrong Cooper Wings, the host team here for this tournament. Going back 26 years, they'll be taking on North Shore at approximately 7:15 tonight, and we'll have that one, of course, for you here live on CCX as well. In this first quarterfinal game, it's Osseo-Park Center 2 and Bloomington Jefferson 0. After 2 periods here, we'll be back with second period highlights and then the third period of hockey here on CCX Sports.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
With Dan Ficken and Jay Wilcox, I'm John Jacobson. It is Osseo-Park Center. The Stars leading the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars 2-0 through 2 periods of play. As we look at highlights from the second period, we had no scoring in the first, and we get a couple of goals on the board for OPC in the second. A nice rebound goal here, scored by Grace Stika, her second of the season at 2:35 of the period. An assist going to Haley Eikos. Jefferson putting some pucks on that, but not very many in that second period. Mackenzie White making the save there. Good save there by Sarah Rash on the shot out in front. That one going high over White. And then the nice push ahead by Scherner to get the goal. Tavery Scherner, 7th of the season, able to put it in to give OPC a 2-0 lead here. As we go to the third period, shots on goal now 21-15 in favor of the Stars. More scoring chances, one more penalty for OPC. No power play goals for either side so far.
Good game so far. OPC's capitalized on their chances here, especially in the second period. And Jefferson basically is getting one shot on White, and she's handling it pretty good. They got to start getting more bodies done. And we saw a few times they had it in the second period. They just couldn't capitalize. But first one getting off the schneid is a tough one. Once that happens, this could turn into a very scary game for OPC.
I want to go back to a little what Matt Cook said there in the intermission, the Armstrong Cooper coach, about getting a chance to play other teams that you didn't get to play last year. Even this one for Osseo-Park Center and for Jefferson, you were almost every single team was limited. This was kind of the way the rules were last year during COVID.
Yeah.
You're playing just teams from your own conference until section play.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a nice breakthrough to be able to have this back again. It's good to see it back to 8 teams. It's good to see teams getting out and taking time in during the holiday to play some games they want to. And I think the people are ready for it, too. I mean, when we did the turkey trot, John, you remember standing room only every game.
Yep.
I mean, people were they're excited to watch hockey. And we got a pretty good crowd here for a girls' tournament.
Not bad. Jefferson leading to get on the board here, Dan. Certainly had some scoring chances that last half of the first period. Not as many, though, in that second period. And you talked about the defense of the Stars tonight a few times and how they have done a really nice job of limiting the Jaguars' quality chances.
Yeah, they really have. And they've kept the big bet. They've kept Grace Shuck and Abby Longhenry really off and far away from the net, which they wanted to do. And White's been good in the net, but it's been a good game for the OPC Stars overall. They've played very well on both ends of the rink, and let's see what Jefferson can bring to the table here. But it's been a good game, and the pace, John, it's been so good. I mean, it's like the periods are flying by, and we're in a delay, folks, right now because there's just a lot of water on the ice, and I don't know how that could happen with the temperature outside what it is. Jeepers, man.
Are you looking forward to waking up to minus 20 Sunday morning, Dan?
Yeah, I'm fine with it as long as I'm in my bed, in my warm house, and get my fireplace going, you bet. They said the starting temperature at the Winter Classic on Saturday with the Wild and the Blues could get to 14 below.
Oh, my goodness. I'll watch it on TV. I'm not going. Upcoming games on CCX is our last telecast. So the second game here tonight will be our last telecast of 2021. But next week, girls hockey, Dan, that'll be a good one.
Yes.
Starting off on Tuesday, Rogers and Maple Grove, big Northwest Suburban Conference matchup. Wrestling, gymnastics, and girls basketball all coming up next week as well. Busy week Tuesday through Friday. All of those games coming up on CCX. So look forward to Rogers, Maple Grove.
Oh, yeah.
Maple Grove's had a good season and a nice win in the opening round of the Walser Classic, and he dined on Monday against Wayzata, although lost in the second round to Andover on Tuesday. We are underway here in the third period. A chance for Jefferson as in comes Jana Lesh with a shot and the save by Mackenzie White. We showed you her numbers before the game. Her save percentage near 94%, and obviously tonight 100% now. Her 16th save of the night. Lesh going up high, but right up just underneath the face mask of the goalie White.
But then Icos, the D, number 5 for OPC, really would not let her in the middle, so that helped out the goalie there. Good play by the OPC D.
Pass chipped ahead at center ice by Maya Anderson into the Jefferson zone. Played around to the left wing. BC trying to break it up and gain control down in the Jaguar zone, and they do. Smith down in the corner. Trying to feed it off there for Albers to the blue line. Kept in by Anderson. Anderson trying to move in, and then it goes underneath the stick there of Strand in the high slot. Jefferson able to get it out of the zone.
They got away with one there. They should have had a tripping call on him.
Here's Alicia Smuck for OPC. Feeds it off on her right side. Rihanna Cruz able to get the puck in the zone. Jada Johnson back there for Jefferson. Behind the Jaguars net. Trying to escape up the wing. Jaguars can't work it out. And it's kept in by Tessa Strand.
Great job by her coming across and just saving it and dumping it down low, making them start all over again.
Strand, Laney, and Lewis, the 3 captains this year for OPC. We get icing on Jefferson.
So Coach Lewis is talking. He's going to go 3 high now. It's going to be really tough. So he will keep 3 people up by the blue line. He won't be activating his D that much now. They're going to play defensively a little bit more in this period.
Becca Brendelin and Coley Lewis on the faceoff. Quick faceoff win and shot. And saved by Lash as Scherner got the shot away. Rash with 20 saves on the night now. OPC had the control of the puck, then taken away by Jefferson. Puck goes between the skates of Lash and out to center. OPC has it. And played into the zone by Smuck. Miller going after it, along with Smuck. Scherner putting it out in front, but caught in the skates of Kramer. Couldn't get a stick on it. Cleared out of the zone by Miller and then shot back in by OPC. Van Vika getting it to the blue line where it's kept in by Strand. Back comes Jefferson. Lash coming all the way in, goes the backhand. White stays with it and makes the save.
Huge mistake by the OPC defense there, and they got caught in a line change, John. And Miss Lesh, Jenna Lesh, look at it. Look at this move. Man, what a beautiful move. Just quite couldn't get it up over the pad. White coming along with her, but there was an open here in the upper shelf, and coach giving her a few more pointers. That's a big lady. She can move.
That was a nice move and a good play by White. You just went with her, slid over and made the save. Icing on the OPC.
Well, I was interested too. Miller, OPCD got activated and got the puck at the blue line in the attack zone and threw it in, went after it. That kind of surprised me, but OPC, their forwards filter in behind their D. When the D goes in, they cover for them, and it's been very consistent throughout this game. I mean, they've really covered for their D well.
Shuck trying to get a shot away. A lot of traffic there and didn't get all the way through. And it comes to Laney. She'll skate it up through the middle of the ice across into the Jefferson zone. Laney behind the net. Gets her stick tied up and a takeaway by Jefferson as Ryan releases it to the right side. And now shot down the ice by the Jaguars. Icing call on Jefferson.
Well, it's obvious they're going to let him play there. Laney had her stick held a little bit there, just enough for Jefferson to get it out of the zone. So do what you can. They're letting him play, though.
Winner of this game taking on either Two Rivers or Fergus Falls. And we saw Fergus Falls, or we mentioned they're up big early in the first period. So perhaps it'll be Fergus Falls the winner. And these teams again will play at about the same time tomorrow in the winners and losers bracket respectively.
Well, folks, if you get a chance, you're getting bored, come on out. This Fergus Falls team's a good team. They've been traditionally pretty strong. The Otters have been good. They'd be fun to watch.
Well, 45 to go in the third period. Osseo-Park Center continuing to lead Bloomington Jefferson by a score of 2-0. Now here's a chance for the Jaguars. Backhand shot goes wide of the net by Larson. Behind the OPC net where it's taken by Strand. To the blue line and unable to keep the puck in was Johnson. She gets the puck back though, skating in on the left side alone, waiting for her team to come on. Oh, and just missed on the pass going into the circle, and it comes all the way outside the zone. Back to the blue line, Ryan had to skate it down. Johnson trying to push it ahead for Allison Wolf on the left side. Anderson for Osseo-Park Center was on her side of center ice and ices it for the Stars.
Oh, Jada Johnson had an exceptional shift there, John. She did a nice job. She's been a real big factor. Their best D so far I've seen of the Jaguars. Very consistent game both on the attack and on defense. Coach has got to be a little concerned. Some of their D are not backing out. They're going to stay in and attack, and they almost cost them a goal in that last one as Jefferson almost had a 3-on-1, 3-on-2.
Shot away and a goal. Oh. What a rush with the puck. And then Haley Eikos bangs it off the inside of the pipe and in. And it's 3-0 OPC.
Best player on the ice tonight so far, Miss Eikos. She's just done a tremendous job. Haley Eikos has been great. And she comes to the bench, and I, as the coach, look at her and says, great goal. Don't do that again. Stay back. But she's been tremendous controlling the puck. She's rushed hard. She's gotten back on defense. She's been a big factor. Look at the move here. Whoop, right between the legs, and that's what did it. She got the puck screened, and Rash had trouble seeing it. It got on her pretty quick.
Her 5th goal of the season, and OPC really in command now, ahead 3-0 with under 12 minutes to go in the game. Puck will get her outside the zone all the way back down where White will play it. Although Jefferson able to play the puck first after that. And take away by OPC. Skating hard with it is Laney. Up through center ice. Laney across the line. Poke checked away from her by Miller. Got the puck back. Dumping it back to Anderson. Playing back behind the Jaguars net to the right boards. Jefferson or OPC putting it out in front, and Rash has to make the stop there. Anderson had a good scoring chance on the backside there for OPC. Now the Jaguars will get it out. Ahead, an off of Long Henry's stick. Laney and Armstrong getting assists as well in the Icos goal. (3-0) Osseo-Park Center. Play in the OPC zone. Played back out to the left point. Kept in there by Johnson. Back around the boards. And now cleared out by OPC and down into the Jefferson end where Johnson has it.
Nice feather release out into the neutral zone for OPC, but boy, got to get more sure-handed on that puck. At this point, you make sure. It's the third period. You make sure you control the puck. Don't take swipes at it.
Laney feeding it out in front, and it comes outside the zone. Onto the stick of Kramer. Shoots it down into the Jefferson end. And out of play.
Well, John, Jefferson's got no quit in them. They're coming on. They're fighting back and stuff. And I've seen a few things. OPCD is getting a little, I think, complacent. Their feet weren't moving very well in the defensive zone on that last shift. So, you know, be careful here because this team can score. They average 5 goals a game.
OPC getting tied up with Smith behind the net. Centering pass out in front, missing the stick of Alberts and all the way down to the wing, to the Stars end. Good turn away from the puck on the play by Smuck, able to play it out to center ice. Miller playing it to the OPC line. It's up and out of play briefly and then back onto the ice. That brings the whistle.
Had a few more whistles this period, John.
Yes.
We haven't had that many in the first 2, but I think the legs are starting to stiffen up a little bit.
We get Brendelin facing off against Armstrong. Here comes Jefferson. Shot away and whistled high past White off the stick of Lesh.
You know, OPC's got 9 sophomores and freshmen playing, getting regular ice time on this team, and Coach Lewis is playing them, and they're really holding up well for being as young as they are.
From center, pass underneath the stick of Smuck at center. Does get the puck back ahead. Off of Armstrong and down into the Jefferson zone. Swept to the blue line and out. Miller will dump it out to center for Jefferson. Taken by Cruz for OPC for a second, then shot back ahead into the OPC end as Jefferson makes a change. Strand avoids contact. Here's Shuck throwing it out in front. Actually goes back behind the OPC net. Centering pass went right past White off the stick of Barch. She looked to center. Long Henry trying to get a stick on it for the Jaguars and cleared by Kramer down to the Jefferson end.
The difference was OPC took care of everybody in front of the net, so that was it. You got one shot at it, and that's it.
Shuck passing ahead of the OPC line where Icos has it for the Stars.
You know, a couple things that OPC's done very well, John, is reverse the puck on the breakout. They've done that consistently all night. and they can hit the weak side wing on a long pass across the rink. Jefferson hasn't been able to do that at all.
Puck played ahead to the OPC line as we close in on 7 minutes to play in the hockey game. Anderson shot away. Kick save made by Rash. Jefferson will break out. Here comes Lesh with the puck. Had a good scoring chance earlier in this period. Stops at the top of the right circle. Feeds it off. Shot away, and getting a good look at it all the way was Mackenzie White, making the stop on Jada Johnson.
Well, Jenna Lash, 24, and number 12 there, Ms. Johnson, have played very well for the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars, etc. They just have not been able to crack that goal line. Could they call that intentional?
They're going to bring the face-off outside the OPC line. Smith winning the draw. Played past Anderson, but out to center. Smith goes down. She gets tangled up there with Brendelin. And Jefferson has it. Lesh dump it down to the OPC end where it's out of the stick of Laney. And then intercepted by Barch. Barch gets knocked down, gets back up to put it back into the OPC zone. Rykos ahead. Here comes OPC again. Pass on the right side. Shot away, hits the side of the net. Off the stick of Albers. Albers with it again. Left side, puts it through the front of the net, but right onto a Jaguar stick. To center. Shot back ahead toward the Jefferson line. Jaguars get it. Play it down to the Osseo end where Smuck has it. She'll skate it up to the blue line. Smuck coming in right side. It's turned off the puck there by Laughery and played out to center ice. Long Henry able to get the puck ahead to the blue line. Pushed ahead by OPC back to the Jaguars end. We're down to 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the third period, and a 3-0 lead for Osseo-Park Center.
I think at this point Jefferson's got to activate their top players and let them carry the puck. They're not getting anywhere passing it. They're getting covered so well. Oh.
Cruz with a shot and the save made by Rash.
Now, there's a good play right there. Just I'm not throwing it out up top. I'm going to keep it down low. I'm going to make the Jaguars go 200 feet every time. I'm not going to give them a pass on it.
Shot away from the blue line. Rash making the stop on Smuck's shot. There's a stoppage in play.
You know, we were talking earlier about the holiday layoff and stuff, and I think you're seeing it right here in the third period. The pace is definitely down. I think the legs are tired right now. And but I can understand because the pace for 2 periods has been very good in this game.
We get a timeout taken by Bloomington Jefferson. Our play of the week comes your way each week on CCX. Each week 4 plays for you to vote on. You can go to our website, ccxmedia.org, click on Sports tab, and then the play of the week right here on CCX.
They get a good idea here. Coach Lewis just saying calm down now, play the game, don't give them anything. I think we will definitely see 3 deep now, probably a center and 2D, holding up the blue line and only playing 3/4 of the ice. Coach Johnson, all right, we get across the red line, we're throwing the puck in, I'm sending 2 people after it, and we got to win those one-on-ones in the corner. If they can do that and get his top players the puck, you may be able to whittle this down. 3 goals is big right now, but with 4:19 left and the fact that they could average 5 goals a game, Jefferson can definitely do it. It's still scary, I know, for OPC at the moment. knowing that. But they've been in good control the whole game. Very disciplined team, John. Very disciplined, the OPC Stars.
The 3 games in 3 days for these two teams this week, and then next week, Osseo-Park Center will get back into conference play. A home game against Elk River Zimmerman on Tuesday. And Jefferson will have their next game on January 6th following this tournament at Holy Angels.
Both tough games for both teams. Are they playing Elk River in the tin bin, John?
They are.
Freeze-a-mania. I love it.
Oh, my goodness. It is very cold there.
Oh, I'm just loving it. We've had a chance to broadcast a game from the tin bin again this year.
So off the Jefferson timeout, and 4.5 minutes to play now. Jefferson trying to generate some offense here in the late going. Here's Long Henry that launched it off her stick as she got it into the OPC zone. Cleared back ahead past Kramer to the Jefferson line as their net is empty. So an extra attacker on here for Jefferson with 4 minutes to go.
Well, Coach Johnson didn't waste any time pulling his goalie, did he?
Osseo-Park Center seeing if they can take advantage here, and that one's skitters wide of the net off of Smith's stick. Jefferson playing it ahead, banked ahead by Laney, trying to catch up to the puck. Doesn't get there in time. Jefferson has it again. They'll bank it out to center. Onto the stick of Abby Longhenry. Longhenry is shot away, and that goes just wide of the net. Jefferson controls centering pass, and that misfired. And the Jaguars have got to skate it back down in their own zone.
Quick line change by the Stars. Good idea. Keep them fresh.
Randallin brought it in, then she went down. They got to get back on side, and bringing it in offside was Ryan.
Wasn't that bad of a mistake on that offside. I like it. It's showing they get some adrenaline flowing and they're getting into it. But here's where those face-offs become so important now for both teams.
Face-off win for Jefferson, and White had to catch that one up high, and then it deflects into the netting behind the net.
That caught her by surprise, John. That caught her by surprise. She was kind of shocked by that flutter puck going high.
Brendan and Lewis on the face-off here. Jefferson wins the draw. Dump it to the corner. Lesh trying to set things up. Shuck centers it out in front. Kept in by the Jaguars, and then backhanded by Lewis out of the zone. .2:15 to go in the third. Jefferson with an empty net, trailing 3-0. Puck blocked at just inside the blue line. Jefferson shooting ahead, but missing Shuck. From center, Kramer hits the empty net.
Well, you know, she finally got a break. They've been shutting her down pretty good, the Jaguars have. They know she's the leading scorer, and but she finally got an opening and basically puts the nail in the coffin for the final run here. Good game by OPC. They got to be very pleased with the way they've played this game. They came out just like they hadn't had any time off. Kramer gets a good look at it and just takes her time and parks it in the back of the net. And she's on out for a 17th point and 7th goal of the year.
She and Scherner each with a goal tonight, now tied again for the team lead in goals with 7 apiece. Rash back in net for Jefferson now. Puck coming out to the blue line where Eikos kept it in. Shot on net. Rash has to make the save on that. Jefferson will skate it up the left side. Lawrence got it in the zone. Back out to the blue line where Miller kept it in. And out it comes onto the stick of Emily Achenbach, and icing on Osseo-Park Center. Jefferson winning the face-off with just over a minute to go. That shot goes and deflected wide of the net. OPC with it, banked off the boards by Smith. They have another icing on the Stars. And they are going to win their 8th game of the season to go to 8-4. They date with Burgess Falls in the semifinals, and Jefferson will drop to 8-5 on the season. Brendelin and Smith on the face-off. Will drop it again. Now 44 seconds to go. Jefferson trying to get one on the board here before we're done. Wide of the net, Mackenzie White on verge of another shutout here. With icing on OPC.
Well, that'll be 4 for her for the year, and she did a tremendous job. Came in here loose and relaxed, did a nice job, steadied her D. Did a great job here.
Face-off win for OPC. Eikos playing it behind the net. Centered and goes all the way to the far boards. Eikos skating after it along with Johnson. Jefferson, and that is it. Osseo-Park Center skates away with a 4-0 win, Dan. Nice to get the 4 goals on the board, but their defense really controlled Jefferson. Did not allow the Jaguars a lot. 19 shots on goal, but it was really a great team effort for OPC, I thought.
Yeah, they held the opponents to roughly about 21 shots a game. Well, this time they gave up 19, so they came out just pretty much in midseason form, looking very strong, and got some scoring from other people besides, that first line when it counted. I mean, good for Miss Kramer, getting an open net goal, but right there, Eikos did a tremendous job of playing the defensive end and generating offense and igniting their offense. So she was, as far as I'm concerned, #1 star of the game.
Well, we're going to take a break. Jay Wilcox will be back and here with one of the stars of the Stars when we return to New Hope Ice Arena on CCX.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's all good if you think you should check in. Yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking. Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Whatever gets you talking. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Osseo-Park Center wins it over Bloomington Jefferson 4-0 the final. Let's go ringside one more time to Jay Wilcox.
Thanks, John. Haley Eikos from the OPC Stars joins us after this 4-0 win over Jefferson. And Haley, obviously first game of a tournament, you're a little rust to shake off and everything, but how did you feel about the way your team played out there?
I was very surprised because we were a bit nervous because this team, they have a lot of wins on their season playing against really good teams. And so our coach, our last practice, we were talking about how we need to get the pucks deep, and I think that's what we did. We controlled a lot of the periods.
A lot of the talk coming into this was that this might be the best first-round game in this tournament, too. Were you eager to see how you matched up and just, able to get through this first one and march toward what you hope is a championship here?
Yeah, definitely. 2 years ago, we went in the championship with Bemidji. I got injured that game, and we also lost 1-0, so we're hoping to get that chip. So, yeah.
Overall, a pretty good start to the season for your team. Are you feeling pretty good about the way the girls have performed, in this first portion of the season heading into, the 2022 part?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We have a lot of new girls this season. So they're definitely stepping up, and they're playing a big part on our varsity team. And also our defense are getting in the plays and contributing a lot.
Looks like you'll get Fergus Falls next. They were winning on the other rink. Do you know anything about that team, or are you excited just to see how you match up with them also?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We played with them 2 years ago, and I definitely know it's going to be a good matchup, and I'm really excited.
Haley, thanks for joining us. Nice job here tonight. Congratulations, and have fun in the semifinals.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Haley Eikos from Osseo-Park Center as they skate away with a 4-0 win over Bloomington Jefferson here in the quarterfinals of the Armstrong Cooper Holiday Classic. That'll do it for our first game tonight, but stay with us. We've got coming up the host team Armstrong Cooper taking on North Shore in just a few moments here later this evening at New Hope Arena. Let's send it back up to John and Dan.
All right, thanks very much, Jay Wilcox and Dan. A good start for Osseo-Park Center. So we wrap things up for Game 1. Look forward to Game 2 here in a few minutes between North Shore and Armstrong Cooper.